Because I myself had so many questions and so many things that I want to ask Dr. Tedros and Maria. This is a really scary time. So first and foremost, how are all of you? Are you feeling okay? Are you feeling safe? I know that I'm feeling a sense of fear combined with a sense of uncertainty, and I think all of us are in the same boat. And I want to really, really thank the unsung heroes out there, the people, healthcare professionals, people who are actually on the front lines, pharmacies, grocery stores, delivery, neighbors who are being kind to neighbors, law enforcement, banks, government programs. I mean, some of us have the ability to stay at home, and that is our contribution to this pandemic, because that's the only way we can flatten the curve. But there are some people out there who don't have the choice because they have to be on the front lines to help the rest of us, and it's their jobs. And I really just want to take a second to say thank you to all of you out there who are taking their responsibilities so seriously. Second of all, I want to share, sort of good news that China has reported no new infections in the last couple of days for the first time in months, which is, I guess, a little bit of a silver lining in a terrible time. Global Citizen, I've partnered with Global Citizen right now to be able to get you this information directly from the experts that are actually dealing with this in a big way. When I first started to hear about COVID-19, the coronavirus, I was at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and I was urging governments and the world's biggest corporations to support the advocacy group Global Citizen and my partner and their campaigns to support the Sustainable Development Goals. And just a few weeks later, the world has literally been turned upside down. There's so much misinformation, and that is what scares me, is the misinformation around the coronavirus and what we're dealing with. Is there's so much out there that I thought it would be a really good thing to get information for all of us. So I've partnered with Global Citizen again to break down some of these mistruths. Two of the most qualified people in the world to address this is Dr. Tedros and Dr. Maria van Kerkhove from the World Health Organization. And as we talk today, I want all of you to visit globalcitizen.org, globalcitizen.org/coronavirus, where you can get all the information that we all will be discussing. You can take action. You can find ways to support the WHO and their response campaigns. I've taken a bunch of questions from over the last week from a lot of you, and I'm going to be bringing them up with Dr. Tedros right now. Should we connect them? Let's connect Dr. Tedros and Dr. Maria. I hope you're all doing good. Yeah, we got it. We're just waiting for them to come on. But in the meanwhile, thank you all for sending such interesting questions. Hi, Dr. Tedros. How are you?
Hi.
Maria, how are you?
Hi.
Thank you so much for taking the time for doing this with me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, it's such a scary time that I think that, having some time with you guys makes the most sense for all of us to get some information. Just a couple of questions quickly to you, Dr. Tedros. I know you have to head out soon because you're dealing with one of the worst pandemics we've seen. One question directly to you is, do you think that the countries are doing enough to protect their citizens?
Yeah. Thank you, Priyanka. This is a great opportunity for us. And I remember when we met for the first time in Davos,
yes,
at the World Economic Forum, through our friend Hugh Evans,
yes,
the CEO of Global Citizens. So it was really great meeting you there in person and now virtually.
Thank you so much.
We're really proud of what you're doing, and thank you so much.
Of course, anything I can do, sir.
Thank you. And you say scary times, and of course, very, unprecedented challenge. But I also believe that with strength, courage, and unity, we can overcome it. I think this challenge can bring the best of us. And if you remember in Davos, that's what we said. And we were together in that evening, and we said,
Yes.
I think solidarity, unity, strength, and courage will really overcome this challenge.
So, Dr. Tedros, are you seeing enough solidarity, you feel, in the world right now?
So from countries, we see now more and more action. One thing we have been asking for is political commitment, strong political leadership, whole of government approach, whole of society approach. And many countries are already delivering that. The highest leader in many countries, the head of state or head of government, is leading the response, which is very important because this pandemic cannot be addressed by just one sector or the health sector. It needs all government sectors to be involved, the civil society to be involved,
Absolutely.
the private sector to be involved, and not only that, the whole society to be involved. This response should be owned not only by the government, private sector, but by the citizens also. This is everybody's business. And we're seeing positive developments, but there are still gaps and we have to do more.
So, if I may ask you a question, just because I want to get into a few specifics from you directly, what are the top things that you think people like us, like, people around the world can do for now to protect, as individuals, to protect themselves and their families? Is social distancing, staying away from anyone, right?
Yes, by the way, social distancing is one of the tactics, but many people are not comfortable with that phrase. And we can